Welcome to the Vocal Jazz Workshop. I'm Tom, I'm your vocal coach, and more than that, your musical coach as well. Now, the Vocal Jazz Workshop is a place where you can learn to sing, and you can learn to think music, where you can learn to make music, your own music, and where you can learn to write your own music and to read music, I hope as well, so that by taking a lot of very small steps that you will build up a knowledge of music and be able to get away from automatic music produced at the press of a button that is produced for you, freeing your own voice and making your own music that it comes from your soul. This sounds like an enormous task, but it's not, as you will see. I mentioned music a lot in my little introduction there. And what is of particular interest to me is the music of the voice, your voice. Your voice, and eventually your voice singing with other voices. Here is the logo for the Vocal Jazz Workshop, and you can see that these clef symbols have been drawn to represent birds singing, and this is what the Vocal Jazz Workshop is about: voice and music. I call it jazz, and as you can see it's J apostrophe as, and we're coming to you from France. So jazz is kind of saying that I make music. The Vocal Jazz Workshop is for complete beginners, complete vocal beginners, people who've never sung before but always wanted to sing, and I want to take you on the same journey that I took to discover that wonderful instrument, your own voice. In the Vocal Jazz Workshop you will also learn music for singers. It's such a great experience already to free your voice and to discover that you can sing, and how wonderful it is to sing with other people. We will, during the course, discover the piano. That's a very important part of the Vocal Jazz Workshop, so that you will lose your fear of an instrument. And the piano is a wonderful tool in the sense that you can see the structure of music just by looking at the piano keys, and I'll demonstrate that for you. In the Vocal Jazz Workshop you will learn how to record what you sing on paper. Now, you will also be encouraged to record what you sing on a tape recorder, an iPhone or whatever device you might want to use. But I want, as I said, for you to get away from relying on machines, automatic tools, press button devices, so that you get back to the soul of music. And also, eventually, for you to be able to take a song sheet and to sing what you see on that song sheet. We'll take small steps, and you'll find that you'll gradually build up a good knowledge of music. But voice is the big part of the Vocal Jazz Workshop, and another big part of the Vocal Jazz Workshop is rhythm. You cannot sing without rhythm. On your own you can sing very badly with no rhythm whatsoever and be very, very happy doing it. But our objective here is for you to sing very well and be able to sing with other musicians and other singers. That requires you to build up a certain discipline, a rhythmic discipline. We'll come to that, we'll be demonstrating that. As I said earlier, in the Vocal Jazz Workshop, the first steps, we will take steps in parallel. So we'll be learning vocal technique so that you can free up your voice, discover your voice, and at the same time we'll be taking a look at music, the structure of music. And don't worry, we'll be doing it in tiny simple steps so that you can gradually build up your knowledge. If you're a musician, it's really good, but I would say this course is not necessarily for musicians, but musicians, you will get a lot out of it, especially if you play an instrument and yet you don't sing correctly yet. And if you sing well and you want to play an instrument, this course will also introduce you to the rudiments of music, musical structure, and may inspire you to take that step further. So if you've got a guitar, you're quite welcome, and I'm sure you'll get a lot out of it. I would encourage you to perhaps get a keyboard if you're serious about the musical side of it, and I do encourage you to be serious about it. You will find it fun, and as I said, small, bite-sized, digestible morsels. There is one other little tool that we'll be using on this course called a tuning fork. See that? So this very handy little tool that you can put in your pocket, and that wherever you are, you will be able to put yourself in focus musically. Bye for now, and see you in the next module.